Okay, so this title race has definitely 4 teams and maybe even 5. Hello and welcome back, everybody. So off camera, all you have missed really is the one league match we drew against bloody Lazio. So yeah, we drew 1-1, played pretty well in the game. Everybody's still slowly coming back to full fitness. None of our strikers have been fully fit and scoring goals. And our draw, though, we weren't the only team that dropped points. Lots of other teams did too. And that leaves the league table looking just like this. Juventus are currently 4 points ahead of us, but they played 2 extra games, of course. Parthenope, of course, have also played an extra game. Everybody else has played the same. So it's looking really, really tight up there. And we play AC Milan today in today's episode. We're going to play AC Milan, we're going to play Fiorentina, we're going to play Juventus. And that will leave us with 2 Champions League games and Parthenope in the next episode. So that gives a lot to look at in today's one. It's going to be a 4-3-3 from AC Milan first. So getting straight into the games, because that's what we're here for. Nothing's happened from the transfer market just yet. In fact, what would be lamer now at 8.75? So I could make this happen if I wanted to. I just don't think that if he comes in, it's going to make... Our problem at the moment is scoring goals from the striker. The striker not scoring goals is a bit of a problem. Nygaard's only just come back to full fitness. So I'm not too sure he's going to fix that. It is the last day of the window. Let's have a quick look at this. Well, I mean, Lazio got this wonder kid. He's maybe a little slow to be like an effective player this season up front. But he's like going to be world class. It's a shame they managed to get him for such a cheap amount of money. That's a really good bit of business from them, from the AI team. Who else we got here? A few names. I mean, you've got Mukoko there. Mukoko could do the business, I guess, but it depends how much wages. 30 grand a week. I mean, we could do that on loan. Moise Keane would be nice, actually, as well. How much would they want for him? They want $500,000. $500,000 a month? Are you taking the piss here, lads? I mean, this might be the option to go with. I think... I just think that might be the way to go. We just want somebody different at the moment up front that's just, going to do the business for us. I mean, they can have the optional fee there because we're never going to do that. Yeah, they can have that too. Yeah, I mean, we've bid to loan Mukoko. We've offered this youngster a contract on a free transfer as well. End of the season. Maybe we should go more on this. He's currently at United on loan at Rotherham, but he's a pretty good player, Like, he could be a really good youngster for us. We'll try a bit of that on him too. I guess if we can get Mukoko on loan, I would consider doing the lamer one because it would give us a player right now that could help us. How much do they want again? What was it? 6.25? 8.75, right. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll play the game first anyway. We'll see if we lose to Milan at home, there's a good chance we're not going to win the title. So I probably will leave it. But let's see how this game goes first. Your team is going to be, for the game against AC Milan, playing a 4-3-3. So we'll go to our 4-4-2 with 2 pressing forwards and mid blocks. We're going to go Christensen in goal. Cucurella, Calafiori, Clemens, Livramento across the back. Clemens is back for the first time in a long time. Handel, Lavia pivots. Asan is a 10. Van Bommel on the left. Chilafia on the right. Nygaard's going to go back up front. Nygaard hasn't scored in quite a while now because he's been injured as well. So it's getting a quite... desperate for him. Assistant manager says, let's keep the good form going. I mean, we're undefeated in quite a few matches, but we have drawn quite a few recently too. So we're going to go with a bit of this. Double pressing forward support. So either one can drop, either one can go and break in behind for us. Here we go. Come on, Venezia. Big game this. We need to win. If we want any chance of the title, we've got to win it. Yeah, because their 4-3-3 is right there. So whichever striker is closest to the pivot, they pick him up. That's the plan. Nothing's really happened, so far in the match. We're going to get a corner here. Chilafia. He's going to work the ball back into the box. Clemens at the far post. Goes up, heads it towards goalkeeper. Saves. It's going to be cleared away. It was close, though. Okay, coming to half-time. We've got a chance here, potentially. Lavia gets it. Plays back to the goalkeeper. Let's see us spread out in possession shape. Good. He's really opening. Calafiori going to go to him. Ricardo gets it. Stays on it. Turns back. Plays the handle. Handle left-footed. Plays into Van Bommel. Into Asan. That's the little combination you need when you play the 4-4-2 version. Cucurella's going to get there first. Keeps going. Needs to find somebody. Cucurella goes himself. He's going to shoot. He's going to shoot. Oh, it just goes wide. He has scored a few this season. No, at half-time, I'll say. I'm proud of everybody's effort so far. Not too much really to change. Nygaard's probably got to come off at some point, and Yuri Alberto will replace him. That's the only change I can see happening early on as an early highlight. They made some changes as well, did they? Milan made a few subs there. Same formation, though. And Ricardo plays into Handel. Plays around the corner to Cucurella. That seemed really risky, but we got out of it. Nygaard plays into Asan. Asan gets it. Plays it behind to Chilafia. Doesn't quite get to the man, though. Comes back to Lavia. Got a lot of time and space on the right-hand side now. Goes wide. He's going to swing across in, isn't he? Surely. Plays into Chilafia. Chilafia plays it. Got a score. Nygaard scores. Come on. It's not just a goal. It's a goal from the striker that we needed to happen. 1-0. Come on, boys. Really good bit of play by both Lavia and then Chilafia on the right-hand side. Lavia to get sort of wide. Recognise where the space was in the centre, in the half space here for Chilafia to make a great little run through into the half space between the fullback and the centre back. Plays it across goal. That's going to be one. Okay, Milan are building their attack. We've got their midfielders covered here. Stay on the pivot player. Stay on the pivot player. That's good. Come across. We should be able to deal with. Oh, right back. You've got to be seeing that coming. You've got to be cutting that off. That's terrible from the right back. 1-1. Yeah, I'm going to take Livramento off for that. Let's get on Monterisi at right back. And let's take off Van Bommel through on Giallo on the left. Milan have got the ball. They get another attack here. They're going to build it onto the left-hand side, are they? Monterisi at right back now. Let's see if we can do a better job at cutting out the pass if it comes inside. There it is. He's going to go wide now to deal with the left back. Tackles the player, but they're going to continue their attack of Milan. They're going to get a chance. They shoot. It goes just over. Going to take off Handel, I think, and throw on. We've got one stoppage left. So Handel off. It's going to be Dardai on as the pivot player. And then the last change is a tough one, really. Or do you put a Sam back and put on Yuri Alberto up front? That's another change you could make. In this instance, this is a tough one. I thought that's the best team that's out there right now. I don't feel like I need to make the 5th change because I don't think there's anybody there that's going to make a difference. We'll go with that as the last change. Like, this might cost us the game, but if we want to win the title, we've got to win this one. We can't even afford to draw it, so we'll see what happens here. Dardai gets it, plays it into Giallo. Giallo into Dorgu, the left back, into Lavia, gives it away. Problems. I knew this was a risk if I went for it, but I felt like I had to take the risk. If we were going to try and win the title, they missed that anyway. Okay, set piece here. We hit it into absolutely nobody. We're going to get to the second one, though. Still 10 minutes to go. It's a long time to go in the match, by the way. Chilafia into Lavia. Lavia gets it. He's going to go wide right again. Plays the Chilafia again. They like to link up on this right-hand side, don't they? Chilafia just dances around. Monterisi at right back. Plays it across goal. It's going to go to Dorgu. Dorgu hits the post, and it's going to be cleared. No. I think tactically we did everything we could to win that game. I say disappointed. I've said sympathise almost every game since we've been drawing these matches in a row. So I'm going to say disappointed. I am disappointed because we should have won that game, really. We had the chances to do it. We did ourselves justice, at least as a coaching staff, even as a playing staff. But that's going to do that game. Right. I'll see you at the... Let's see what happens here. I'm not giving him a contract yet, so he can just do one for now. Let's see what happens with Mukoko's loan. Let's not look at the title race again just after that game. Juventus lost into 1. I just want to see what this is here. So we're currently, if we ignore, if we get ourselves 3 points in the game in hand against, over Napoli, Barcelona, that puts us 3 behind. And if we beat them, we get the head-to-head over them. Obviously, we've lost the head-to-head with AC Milan. They're going to have the head-to-head over us now because they've beaten us and we've drawn against them. Is it worth the 6 million to do it this year? That's the question. 8.75, sorry. Like, is it worth doing to get him in now? Because he can play fullback as well, of course. Or do you just wait to the end of the season and save the money? Okay, so Mukoko is going to join us on a loan. So decision time. 8.75 million. I mean, I would pay that for him, I think, if he was transfer listed. But it's the fact that I normally get him for free at the end of the year, right? I do feel like they were lacking a bit of midfield, you know. And it would free up other players to play in other positions. I'm going to do it because I think we've got a chance. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so to conclude the transfer window, we then did bring in Conrad Lema for 8.75 million all up front. He's going to be our starting pivot player for the rest of the season and for next season. Maybe the season after, we'll see. And then we've got Mukoko as well coming in on loan for the rest of the season, which is great for us. And that's pretty much all we did. But we also did sign for the end of the season. We got this youngster here, Reda Falahi. He is part Spanish, so he doesn't count as a non-EU player, which is good for us. And he comes on a free transfer. He could be a really good player to potentially come into the team. Or at the very least, he'll come in and be a good player to keep for a bit, maybe then sell for profit. Who knows? He can play a lot of different positions for us. So really good free transfer signing there as well, coming at the end of the season. That is your January transfer window gone. So again, look at those draws in a row. We're going to play Fiorentina in the Cup, and then we're going to play against Juventus. And we've got Newcastle in the Champions League. So next episode will be Newcastle away, Newcastle at home, and then we're going to finish off with the game against Parthenope right there. That's going to be the next episode. But for this one, Fiorentina and Juventus, a chance to get ourselves through to the Italian Cup semi-final and to give ourselves a huge game in the title race as well. So let's see how we get on then. It's going to be Fiorentina first. What are they going to play against us, actually? 4-2-3-1. Okay. Assistant manager says, get the good form going. Oh, it's your team, by the way. Lema will go in as a starting pivot player next to Lavia. That'll be his starting pivots now. And Mukoko will start on the bench because Nygaard did score in the last game, of course. And it's more important for us that Nygaard continues to score if he can. So because they're playing what are they playing again? They're playing a 4-2-3-1, which means we just go to our 4-3-3 shape like that. And that will do it. And we'll go into the game. And hopefully that'll be enough to get the win. Come on, Venezia. Going to build up on the right-hand side here. Lavia gets it. Plays it across into Lema. Lema on his debut to Livramento. Livramento back into Lema, patrolling things in the pivot position, which is nice to see. He'll come off at some point because he's not fully fit, I don't think, because he hasn't been playing for his other club. So he'll play a bit, then come off. Livramento goes wide, swings in across towards the far post, going to be collected. So we should be seeing a matchup in the midfield 3 versus 3. So we should have, where's our current number 10? He's there. Assan should drop onto this guy in a second. There it is. Much better shape now. Good. That'd be right there. Look at that. Worked really well, that did. Chilafia, Livramento. Livramento into Lema if he wants to go there. Does Lema. Picks up on his debut. Driving with it. Plays into Cucurella. Cucurella goes wide. Keeps going wide. Looks to cut back. Hasn't got much on. Goes wide to Nygaard. Goes out to Chilafia. Chilafia with the ball. Gonna skin his man. Whoops towards the far post. Van Bommel goes up there. That's what he does at the back post. 12 goals this season. I don't know how many of those were headers, and that's 1-0. Okay, highlight here for Fiorentina. They're going to play the ball into the middle. Van Bommel's going to win this, actually. Can we counter them? Assan's going to get to this. Back to Lema. I feel so comfortable with Lema on the ball. That might come back to haunt me, by the way, but he just feels like he's a proper like top-level player now playing in there. Like, he's a title-winning pivot player. That's how good he is. And Chilafia is going to give this away. He keeps it just. Goes into the middle of the pitch, plays us into Assan. That's the little overload you like to get. Van Bommel now gets it, goes inside, shoots, keeper saves. 73% possession, 1.41 XG, 12 shots to 0. We are absolutely battering them, which is great to see. We'll just say keep it going. Handel can go into pivot. We'll take off Chilafia, get on Giallo on the right-hand side. We'll get, let's get Mukoko on the pitch. Let's get him on the left wing for Van Bommel as well. Going to be a corner. Nygaard gets it. Back to Mukoko, goes back inside, clips towards the far post. Clemens goes up. Clemens gets the goal, 2-0. That's going to be game over, you'd expect. We've absolutely battered them in every possible way. It's been brilliant. A brilliant tactical performance from us, and that's going to be hopefully 2-0. Counter-attack here. They've actually gone to a 4-4-2, so we've gone to our 4-4-2 as well. Jallo's going to get this. He's actually going to lose the ball, is he? He stays on it just. Cucurella on the left-hand side. He's got options with him. Plays into Rainier. Hopefully it was just on. Goes inside. Plays it across. Dardai shoots. Blocked. Cleared away. Okay, this might be a goal. I was just clicking through the highlight trying to get it over and done with because I thought this was going to be the end of the highlight from the shot before. But it's a goal. We'll see this together again. Yeah, it's a great ball, actually. I think it's from Rainier. Plays a great pass and clips it into Giallo, who just gets himself back on side before the ball's played. Goes through, takes a search, scores 2-0. This has been one of the biggest batterings I think I've seen from us in a long time. Like, if we just look at the stats while this highlight plays out here. Yeah, 2 shots to 18, 11 on target to 1, 2.22 XG to 0.24. Just, it's been brilliant, this. Really, really good stuff. As they might get themselves a goal here, though. Oh, they've lost it. Maybe we're going to get on a third to really kill the game. The game, I think, is over anyway. But yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good again from us. I'm wondering how much of an effect Lema's really going to have. He just feels like such a controller. He's going to be our sort of, you know, he's going to, like, we've got our Steven Gerrard in there, Sam. We're going back a bit here. And then we've got like a Roy Keane playing a pivot for us as well. So we'll see how that develops. Or maybe Mascherano's a better comparison. So the game finished 3-0. You missed the last goal there from Dardai. I just skipped to the end because it was like the game was definitely over. There's no way they were going to come back in that one. So that's going to be 3-0. Game over. Puts us into the semi-final of the Italian Cup and in a nice bit of form there going into the game against Juventus in the league, which is going to be so important for us. Get those boys on a rest there. Okay, right. I will see you in 3 days for the game against Juventus. This is a really big game. I still feel like we're a little... Oh, both left backs are out. Bollocks. But I just realised both my left backs are going to be out for this one. That's not good. That's why it's good to have Lema in, because now Handel can play left back for us in that one. That's probably what we'll do. But yeah. Okay, I'll see you in a few days for the game against Juventus. Okay, so team selection-wise, we've got a bit of a dilemma. Either I can play Handel left back and keep Ricardo centre back and then keep everything else the same, or we can play Monterisi centre back and move Calafiori to left back. Now, that feels like that might be the better way to go. Actually, let's see what they're going to play first against us. I completely forgot what they're playing these days. What formation we can play against? We're going to have a 4-4-2 then against them, right? So we do want a left-footed left back. Because I was thinking I could then play Monterisi right back and move Livramento to the left. I think we'll go Calafiori. We'll go with this, I think. We'll go with that as the back line. See how that goes. I mean, I hope these boys do well. I've said before, I don't really like these two at the back together that much. But we'll see how they get on. Okay, here we go. Game against Juventus. Your team is going to be... I mean, you look at that. See, I knew it as well. I didn't even know that was there for them too, but they do... I feel like they don't play well together. I mean, you could put Handel in there, but he's only... Like, he didn't learn to play there at the start of the game. Like, we forced him to play there. He could probably do the job, you know. Do you know what? Let's just do that. I've had enough of Monterisi and Clemens at the back together, I think, for the season. I mean, or you could do that. See, Monterisi does give strength at the back. Let's do that. Let's do that. Change your mind. We'll go with the right foot at left back. That'll be fine. So your team is going to be Christensen in goal, Livramento, Calafiori, Clemens, Monterisi across the back, Lema, Lavia, pivots, San 10, Van Bommel left, Chilafia left, right, and then Nygaard's going to go up front. Here we go. Assistant manager says, can't remember what's the last match, you'll do well. Okay. So we're really going to pay attention to this game because it depends on a few things of what we're going to do. apart from the obvious, which is going to be the 2 pressing forwards. So we'll definitely watch this one on extended and comprehensive together. We'll just see how they set up first once they get the ball. Lavia straight away gets to the Chilafia. Quite direct the ball early on. Chilafia into Nygaard, plays an early direct passing behind. He's going to get to it. He's onside. Goes wide, crosses it. Oh, bit of confusion at the back, and it's going to be a corner. Yes, let's watch their play out then from a goal kick. We don't do this much at the moment because we've not been playing in like matches where we need to look this closely at stuff, but let's watch what they do. They go short there, and they're giving it away instantly. Van Bommel's going to get this. Goes inside with it, does he? Plays it across to Lavia. Lavia gets fouled. Chilafia gets it. Chilafia, he's got a bit of time space. Oh, loses it. That was close, though. So we do patiently build up from the back. We've got Clemens on it. Lamer. I want to see what happens when the left back gets it. Livramento being right-footed and see how much... just seeing if the attacks break down because he's going to be in a bit of space as we're going to see right now. Look, here it comes. Here it comes right there. That's what we're looking for. Right. So, with the left back in the match engine being left-footed, he's probably going to take a touch out here. Then it allows that player to make a run maybe in behind. It opens up some other stuff. He's gone left. He plays it on his left foot. He does play it in there, to be fair. He does try to play on his left foot, which is good. He feels that comfortable using it. And can we get to that? Oh, and then he got to him there. I do feel like they're going to get out their right pivot player a lot, this player here. Yeah, he seems to be just getting a little too free for my liking. So we're just going to make sure that a bit of that is on the go here. He's not exactly their pivot player, but he's just... Yeah, he's just free. A bit too much for my liking. Monterrey wins that all day. All day at right back. He's winning that. He's going to go away with it. Loses it. It might be a corner, you know. Oh, I'll take that. But a good start. No chances for either side. We've really restricted them quite a bit as they get throw in here. They're going to build their attack. And we're going to get some pressure on them. Step out now, lads. Can we step out? Can we step out? The bet across the pitch. We look okay here. Just make sure the pivot player is covered. They're having to really work for this attack. Like, if they'd have scored from that, I'd have said fair enough, because that did a lot of, like, really intricate one-touch passes that might be the only time that works the entire game, you know? I feel like this is a game for Moukoko. Playing 2 strikers up front, away from home. This feels like a Moukoko game. As we're getting closer towards half-time. Still nothing's really happened in this match, to be honest. We're tactically doing pretty well out of possession. As they get a chance to on goal, just as I said that, and they nearly scored. Yeah, I feel like I want a left footer at left back. We're just going to change this until half-time. And then I'll try and sub off somebody. We have temporarily got the centre-back partnership that I don't really want. But I wanted to try and get a left-footed left-back in there for in-possession purposes, really. Let's see if it works out. Lamer plays across to Van Bommel. Van Bommel gets it. This is why. Because sometimes when that happens, he's the width. When you go to the 4-4-2 version of it. Lavia goes to Livramento. Got 2 versus 1 to play quickly. Chilafia, Nygaard. Nygaard's got options everywhere. Calafiori at left-back. Left-footed left-back comes in there. Doesn't quite do anything with it. It's going to be a corner. The resulting corner, what are you going to do with this? I mean, he's quite free. He can play that quicker, Nygaard. Gives it to Hassan. Hassan plays it back to Nygaard. He's got some options. Goes inside. Gives it away. What are we doing, lads? Tactical foul, please. That's it, Lamer. Good lad. Mascherano. Should be the captain, really, of this team. We'll say do it for the fans. We can make a change here at centre-back, I think, because, I mean, one too easy maybe could stay on. It's Livramento that could come off. But we could do a bit of that on the go. Maybe go with that as the back 4. Make that change. I'm going to take off Nygaard and throw on Moukoko as well. Just got a feeling about him in this game. Okay, there's a late corner. I was just deciding if I was going to have to go for the game, like go all out attack, but this highlight's going to happen first anyway. I don't know what's going to happen here. Jallo to Hassan. Hassan goes towards the far post. Keeper's going to collect it. Gets there. Could be a highlight for either side now. As we slowly get back into our shape. What's he going to do with this? Is he going to go long? He might do. He's gone to the left centre-back. Make sure this is covered good. Can we get to that? Can we get to that, Jallo? Good lad. Jallo gets to it. It's forced a mistake. Van Mommel's going to get to this now. Van Mommel goes into Lavia. It's really congested in the Lamer. Into Hassan. He goes through. He shoots. Keeper saves it. That could have been a goal. Probably should have been a goal. Yeah, I've moved Hassan to the left. Yuri Alberto can go down the middle. Still got one more change to make. Might take off Lamer, actually. He's a bit tired. And we can throw on... Oh, what do we throw on here? I guess Dardai. There's a highlight instantly after those changes, by the way. Let's see what happens here. Hassan gets this. Back to Handel to Lavia. Lavia to Dardai, who's just come on. Go on, Dardai, finish it. Oh, and then a brilliant sub. So with this draw, we stay 5 points behind Napoli, but we've still got to play them. I feel like we've got to stay as it is. That's what I feel like. Like 85 minutes on the clock and counting down. Dardai gets it. Dardai into Jallo. Jallo's going to try and skin his man. Goes backwards to Monterrey. Patient but a play from Venezia. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Left centre-back's going to probably get this next. Nope, right centre-back. Clemens. Plays it into Dardai. Dardai fizzes it into Moukoko. Moukoko's got time and space. Into Hassan. Hassan to Jallo. I think's offside. I think he's offside. He missed it anyway. He was offside. Okay, there's a last second highlight. 91 minutes on the clock. We start off with the ball deep in our own third for the highlight to start. Ricardo's got to use the left back there, surely. Oh, what's he done? What have you done, Ricardo? That guy's offside, surely. I think he was. Oh, no, he wasn't offside. There you go. That could have been a goal. Well, Juventus is home racing here. They're taking the draw at home in the title race. So that tells you everything you need to know about how well we've done this season to get teams scared playing them at their place. And it's headed away. Is this going to lead to anything? I don't think it is. No. And they have finishes 0-0. What a draw that was. We'll say sympathise with the boys because that actually might not be a bad result in the end. If we win the league, that's the kind of result that wins you it, right? So, yeah, boring draw for the neutrals, that, but it'll do. It keeps us in the hunt, gives us a chance still. Being 5 points behind Parthenon, I mean, we have to beat them, really. That's what that comes down to, but we'll see what happens in the next episode in any case. Right, so we've drawn 4 league matches in a row. That does feel like, didn't that happen to Liverpool? I think in that 08-09 season, they drew quite a few games fairly close together. Around the December period, I think, something like that, and they did draw quite a few games, and that sort of held them back a bit. So, yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens if that's going to be too many draws for us to win it. Obviously, if we finished it off with 5 draws, 3 defeats, and won the rest, we'd be fine. But that's, means we have to run. That would mean we'd have to win every game, which is unlikely to happen. So, anyway, next episode, you'll come back for the Newcastle game, and finish off with the game in the title race against Parthenope. So, huge episode next time. Yeah, obviously, if we do fall away in the title race, it will come down to the Champions League and the Italian Cup. Now, I've just noticed that it says Roma twice in the league. One of those is wrong. One of those matches is not in the league. It's got to be this one. I think this game here has got to be in the Cup. This one here against Roma. So there'll be leg 1 and leg 2 against Roma coming up at some point too in a later episode. So we'll have to come back for those Italian Cup games too. It'll probably be, if we were to beat Newcastle, it'd probably be the episode after this one. It would be Roma, 2 Champions League games, something like that would probably be what it would be. But in any case, we'll come back next time for those. That is going to do your episode. Venezia are on the charge for a title race. We're definitely in the chase for a European place yet again. Doing good. Financially, we're looking good. Lots of positivity. Lots of things to look forward to. And we might be able to do something special this season. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. And see you all, of course, next time.